Yo, I pulled up in a spaceship, fucking GPS, I don't need a navigation.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Indie Music Shorts brought to you by Indie Music Streams. I'm your host, Melanie Victor. This is episode 8, and today we are with artist named Glyphik.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. How are you? How's it going?
All right. Everything's all right.
Good. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, glad to learn a little bit more about you and what it is that you do. So I like to start from the beginning, like take us back to, some of your first introduction into music, like hip hop specifically. Give us a little run back.
Probably like my mom was like playing like Warren Hill Fugees in the car. And it's like, I don't know, growing up, cause I'm 23 now, so probably when I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, my family's always been involved in music. I'm like Jamaican, so like my whole.
You said you're Jamaican?
Yeah, I'm Jamaican, so my dad's side of the family was just like all musicians, like super tapped in with the culture. So it's like it was only right.
My mom's from Jamaica, so.
Oh, word.
Yeah, the whole side of my mom's side, they're all from Kingston.
Yeah, my dad's from Kingston, and my mom, she's from Fort Antonio. So like my whole family's Jamaican, so it's just like
yeah, it's in you. Yeah. What made you specifically want to become an artist and like do music on your own?
I don't know. Like my dad, he like artists too and stuff like that. It was always like my family just had like musicians around and stuff like that. So I just like when I was young, I like played the keyboard and stuff like that. When I was in like high school, I was like in the jazz band and stuff like that. So I was always like a musician. Like I always wrote music and stuff. So it was probably until like when I moved, because I'm from originally from Tampa, Florida, but I moved to Oakland when I was 15 years old. Okay. And when I was out there, I met people like Barry, met BJ, and like I was at the Boys and Girls Club recording heavy at some point, and like I don't know, I just took it serious once I got to Oakland, I became Glyphik because like the scene out there is just very big on like underground music and like hip hop and stuff like that, and the vibe was just like it was like you had to be there time moment at that time, so
yeah,
definitely to build up to that point.
So it's just all around you, in you, and then it just eventually started to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Tell us about your name, Glyphik. Like, where did that come from? What's the inspiration behind that?
I called myself that when I was in Oakland. I was like 15 years old, and I was like, I looked that definition up in the dictionary, and it said words. I'm not sure what the exact definition was. It's like words that are like convey, like the pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I like that's like my name through my words. So I was like, that Glyphik instead of like hieroglyphic.
Got you. Okay. That's cool. So you have a total of 9 projects, correct?
Yeah, a bunch of projects.
That's a lot. Yeah.
How many I have?
Yeah. So tell us or walk us through like some of your favorite projects and just talk about like that time period in your life.
I'll probably say one of my favorite projects is I have a project called Bermuda. I dropped that in like 2018. I don't know. When I drop projects, I just be like it would be like a vibe and then like a certain mode. So I just like drop it and then like probably like later on I'll listen back and be like, damn, like what was I going on in that time? And like drop that because I can't recreate music. It's just like one and done. So
yeah,
it's like I'm leaving time capsule basically. That's how I see it.
So when you listen back to your older projects, do you listen back are you inspired? Or are you kind of like
definitely as I'm getting older, I'm just like, dang, like I was so like if you listen to the stuff I was dropping when I was living in Oakland, it was just like wordsmith, like bars, very heavy. Like as I got older, I like swayed away from that. I'm more like I just don't like some vibe music now. Just like stuff you can listen to in the car. It's like chill music. Like,
okay.
If we want some wordsmith stuff back then, I listen back like, man, I was spitting.
Okay, so you've evolved, changed, grown like in different ways. So it reflects in your music.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I like that. So bars, like
bars. I don't know. It's just like a different scene out there. Like,
yeah.
It's just like I was around like ciphers all the time and stuff, and we were kicking it downtown, like at the lake and stuff. We was having ciphers, we was rapping all the time. It was like it was very you trying to impress a friend and stuff like that. So it was like you thinking of cool stuff. It was definitely a vibe. So
Yeah.
I just like took it from there. And then I was linked in with people who were like in charge of like the promoter scene out there too. So I was opening up for like my first show out there. I opened up for Dead Prez. I was 15 years old at the New Parish, and like I didn't even like realize what was happening until later on. I'm like, bro, I opened up for Dead Prez and Mob Deep and stuff like that.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, definitely crazy when I think back on it.
Were you nervous?
Nah, it was just like exhilarating. I was ready for that moment. I was like, let's do it.
Yeah. So you don't get nervous when you perform?
Nah, I've been performing since I was like super young. So it was like something natural. Hop on the stage and ready to make it happen.
That's amazing. I really respect people that are able to just get up there, just fearless, you know,
Yeah,
DJ.
I mean, like, especially like when you're like younger and all eyes on you. I don't know. I feel like I was trying to like set something in motion at that time. But and like out west stuff really happens. Like it happens fast. You got to keep up. So
yeah,
I had to really adapt and get on my stuff and get on my word. It wasn't even like trying to get on the word, but it was only natural, just rapping about what's happening around you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Out there, so just rapping about reality.
So being an artist specifically, there's a lot of people that want to do music, like, you know, that's what they want to do. Specifically, like, what do you want to offer or bring to the music scene or the music culture? Like, what are you hoping that people receive from your music?
It was good vibes. Like I just want people to listen to me and just like, yeah, like pay it over. Let's do it again in the car, do whatever. Like I want to like as I go gotten older, I want to like make music that you can like clean your house to and stuff like that. Like,
I like that.
That's what I really been on. Listening to like Erica Badu and stuff like that. Just like neo soul, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
You listen to my older music and stuff now, you can see like I'm getting on like some wavy stuff, but not intentionally. It's just like what I've been on, stuff I've been listening to and stuff like that.
Got you. So you sound like you're a little ahead of your time. Would you say that?
Not necessarily.
No.
People like
because the vibe, you know what I mean? Like that's a little. I kind of feel like you got to be in a different space to like really appreciate a vibe. And you said neo soul, so to me, I'm like, seem like you're a little ahead of your time, which I think is it's a good thing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what's the difference between like the music scene in Tampa Bay, because that's and the Bay Area, or Oakland?
I don't know. I feel like it's very different because out here it's the South, so we got like people want to hear like that Southern, the South is known for, like that trap music and stuff like that. But lately, over the past few years, like with people like Zelda and stuff like that, it's been like people like the underground hip hop scene, like actual spitters is rising up. People out there, but it's definitely just it's like a handful of spitters in Tampa, but compared to Oakland, people ain't spitting like Oakland. I don't know.
No
like,
comparison.
People like that. People got they're brought up different out there, and like people see stuff out there that people don't really see out here. And people see stuff out here that people don't see out in Oakland. It's vice versa, but like it's real. I keep trying to think of the word. It's real soulful, basically. It's real soulful about Oakland compared to out here. Like people are really tapped in with music and like playing their craft and whatever. Not even just music, but artistically, people are just like artistically inclined out west. So that's definitely the change. I see.
Yeah, they're like music intellects. Like it's on a whole different level. It seems like it's its own little hub, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Like people rap about not even just specifically Oakland, the Bay Area in general. People rap about that junk. People don't even go to Oakland and stuff like that, and they'll rap about it just because they know it's a vibe out there. Like every time, like, oh yeah, we talking about my Bay Area people and stuff like that. Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, it's very respected. Yeah. So okay, we talked about Tampa and like the difference and stuff. Now, where do you typically get your inspiration to write your music? Like, where does that come from?
Probably listening back to my old music, or if I like because sometimes I take like a break a few months and then like I listen to like a project that I dropped before and I'm like, bet to do another one. Or like I had a kid recently, I had a son, he's about to be 2, and like mainly my kid,
Okay.
like an inspiration to write music too. So I don't know, it's a lot of stuff that inspires me. Also like new music that comes out, or like new stuff that I listen to like neo soul and like it's like alternative stuff and like wavy music. So a lot of inspiration out there.
Okay. Okay. And you mentioned your son. So being a family man, how does that affect your art, and how do you manage to keep making music and finding that balance? Because that's a real thing, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like being a working man and stuff like that. It's kind of like music's on the side now, and like that's how it is. It's always been like that. So
Okay.
it's just like really trying to stay, not push it to the side and try to keep pushing music and like still got like fan base out there and stuff. So still gotta not like necessarily please the fans, but like the day ones out there want to hear some new stuff. So I just
Yeah.
gotta do stuff for them.
Yeah. What advice do you give to other artists who may be struggling with balancing that? Because it is challenging when you have a family,
Yeah,
kids, it takes so much of your time working. And
yeah.
then it's like time for yourself, like to put into your music, like you got to be in a mindset, you got to have the energy, that motivation. So what advice do you give people that are trying to balance it all?
It's like managing time better if you really want to drop music or like play some beats or like not even beats that aren't yours, like just play some like certain instrumentals and stuff like that that just get you in the vibe or just like one freestyle and rap and just like it'll come. And
Yeah.
like also reading books, I would say, like
Okay.
reading like different types of books that probably want you to like just thinking about different stuff. That's why I like to read, put some mind on different topics and stuff like that.
Okay. Is it specifically music books or just all types of books?
Nah, all types of books. Definitely not even. I don't read music books. I read books about everything.
Hmm.
So
What are
it's like
some books that you're reading or have read? What some of your favorites?
I don't know.
Can't think of none right now. It's always like that.
What am I reading right now?
But what's like the topic though?
Um,
Like is it self-help? Is it like finance? Is it real estate?
more like finding yourself type of books.
Got
I'm
self-development.
not spiritual, so I like read about spirituality and stuff like that, reading the Bible and stuff. So just
Okay.
stay in tune with yourself, keep yourself grounded, basically.
I love it. I love that. I love that. I'm all about that. So I was asking for myself. I was trying to get some titles. Like give me some.
I can't. I literally can't name off the
I
top of my
know.
head.
It's like your mind just went blank. I know. Because people, if
Yeah.
someone's like, so what are you reading? I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'll text you later.
Someone asks you like what your favorite song is on the spot. You're just like, you don't even know.
Yeah. Okay. So just so you know, we have a segment at the end where I'm gonna be asking your favorites. So I'm gonna need you to sharpen up. Okay. Okay. So I noticed you don't have any music videos, right?
I have one.
Okay, you have one.
I
Okay.
have two.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase that. You have 2 music videos, but you have a lot of projects.
Yeah,
Is there a reason? Say again.
I have a bunch of projects with no videos to them.
Is there a
It's
reason?
not like a real reason. Like when I want to do videos, I like want to have like a whole like a vision to it. So I don't want to just drop like a regular visual of me rapping to the camera. I want to drop like something quality like. But at this point, I'm probably just gonna do what I said I didn't want to do, just to do it because we're gonna have nothing to look at.
Just to have some visuals out there. So you're in a sense kind of like a perfectionist. Like you want things to be the way you want it to
at that point, it keeps pushing, pushing it off, and it'll never come out. So
yeah,
I work on that.
gotta find the balance in that, right? Like, because I mean, as an artist, I think it is cool to be able to pair, the visual with the music and stuff, and just like connect those two. So I was wondering if there was like a specific reason, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. But I also get how that can make you just not do it. You know what I mean? Because I struggle with that too.
And then also like linking up with I want like once I have the vision, I want to link up with someone who has like and also see the vision and something like I shot a video with someone before and like tried to like put them on game and like it didn't come out as like how I wanted it to. So
yeah,
very nitpicky on like I'm not like with my music, but like how I want the stuff to be out because once it's out, it's out. I don't want to redo it or something like that. So
Yeah, that's true. Do you feel pressure to like top projects? You don't, okay.
I felt like I don't know, it's like different minds, like especially when like the projects are years ago, it's like a whole different mindset. So I can't even like, even if
Got,
I wanted to, I couldn't. It was
got you.
just like it was in a whole different state of mind at the time. So
Got you.
I wouldn't even be able to. But
Okay.
I feel like what you're saying, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
I think it's good that you don't feel that pressure, because
Yeah,
that pressure, I think too, could make you not move forward. You know what I
right.
mean? That could be like stifling too. Because I always wonder, do artists feel that? I always hear what they call like the sophomore, like you put out your freshman album and then
Right.
you get stuck on the sophomore one because you're feeling the
Yeah.
pressure because the first one did so good. So you're like,
Yeah. I
I don't
mean, it
know.
must be different with artists who are like who actually get that exposure when they drop that music.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like artists like Joey Badass, it's like a whole bunch of controversy right now because
Hmm.
people he's saying he's about to drop his 2000 album. Everybody knows him for his 1999 album, so everybody's like, "Come on, man, you better you're gonna
Wait,
top
you
that."
said 1999?
Yeah, his first album was 1999. He's about to drop a new one called 2000, like basically the sequel to that. And so
Got
everybody's like on Twitter and stuff, like, "Yeah, man, you better top that last album." Like, out of there. And it's just
That's a
like
lot of pressure.
it's very much pressure because it's like, dang, like you have to literally look at how you write your music and stuff like that. It's like everybody's looking at
Yeah.
these photos, so it's just like it really sucks in that type of sense. But
Yeah, that could really be distracting from like
yeah,
the creative process if you
that's
just
why,
continue to listen to the noise.
yeah, that's why, like, I'm not saying he's mainstream or any mainstream artist, but like that level of having fans and people expecting something from you is definitely suck. Like, that's not, that like it sucks like the fun out of making music, definitely.
Yeah. Do you desire to be on?
Nah, I don't desire
Oh,
any
okay.
like recognition, nothing like that. I just want people to like, yeah, I definitely want people to like recognize my music, but I don't want like the fame from it or anything like that. I just want like people to listen to good music. I make
Yeah.
music for everybody, so I want somebody to listen to it and vibe to it. Especially when I know people are listening to music that is very good.
Yeah,
So
I know. Right, right. Back to the videos. Are there like some songs that you're like, I would love to make a
yeah, of
video?
course, especially with the older projects. I have a few artists I listen to who actually go back and shoot a video for projects they've done years ago. And I
Mm,
expect them to do stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna once I find like a cameraman who got the vision, I'm gonna shoot like I'm gonna spoon feeding videos because people don't even listen to sometimes there's people out there who won't even listen to the song or come across your music if they don't have something to watch. So
that's
especially like with like the pandemic and stuff, people in the house watching YouTube videos, they want to see something. So
That's true. Yeah. I seen on Instagram they were talking about Usher, how they were like, is it too late for him to go back and make a video to, I think it's Bad Girl on Confessions. It was
yeah,
a really good song. I'm like, I wonder if he would go back and make a video. I wouldn't be mad because I love that song, you know?
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't really matter to him. It's his song. Why would it not? Why would it matter?
Yeah. Yeah,
The
yeah.
music video, it's something to watch.
And
So
the fans, if they want it, they want it. Like,
yeah,
so
especially for the people who didn't get to see the video. So that definitely makes sense. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And I understand what you're saying about the levels, the mega fame, because I feel like it kind of takes away the true art of music.
right.
Cardi B, she recently was talking about she hates fame. She feels trapped. She can't say anything. She can't do anything. She's just
Yeah,
like,
because like people are always gonna, and then like with cancel culture, it's very
yeah,
different nowadays. So you really have to watch what you say, and like
yeah,
freedom of speech is really don't even seem like freedom of speech. It's like
yep,
I don't know, the internet is wild nowadays.
it
So,
is. And especially if you're an artist who is really about quality and
right.
about the artistry, and you're not caught up in
Yeah,
the
the
aesthetics
politics.
of it,
Yeah,
the politics of it. Yeah, like that type of stuff, you're really not going to desire or wish for that type of level or like level of fame, or
right.
because so much comes with it. Like you just, like you said, you want to make your music and you want your audience to vibe with it and appreciate it. And
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah, I feel that. So, what is something you hope your listeners get from listening to your music, whether it's learning something about you or picking up like certain ideas that you want to share with them?
Maybe like the message and like feeling good about yourself. Like I don't know, like my past few projects I'm big on like self-affirmations and like spreading positivity and stuff like that. Like I just want people to feel good about themselves. Pretty been hectic out here lately. So
Yeah.
gotta like it's like a reaffirmation, like trying to like reset your mind, like snap out of it basically, because you definitely get lost up in the sauce out here. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, just like listen to the message. I definitely be saying a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe like a lot to take in all at once, but go back and listen to it again, basically.
People that are listening to this interview, what's the best way to support you? Like, what, is it just listening to the music and just sharing it? Like, what is the best way?
Basically, listen to the music. I don't really care about money. Like, I don't care about money. Like, yeah, once I do start like dropping like vinyl and stuff like that, like, yeah, you're gonna buy the product and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, listen to the music. I got a few projects out on probably got like 2 projects that are out on all platforms as of now. I'm gonna have it's all gonna be updated soon, but people want to listen to my music mainly. My SoundCloud, everything on there.
Yeah, and indie music streams. Yeah.
Yeah, indie music stream, exactly.
Yeah. Shout out to indie music stream.
Yeah, shout out indie music stream.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the next step in your career? Are you working on a new project? You're looking to
perform? I have an artist I work with out here. His name is Speed-Up. So we have an album that we're working on. We've been working on it for a while now because, like you said, life gets ahead of people. Like I want to drop a quality. This next project, I want to like be a real quality project. I don't want to just drop anything so people can listen to it, never listen to it again. I want to like have those songs where people be like, all right, work out to this song.
Yeah, clean the house.
So yeah, I'm working on that album. I got my little brother who working on a little album that he produces beats and stuff like that. So we got an album going there. I got another collab album with my homeboy King Cole. It's like a lot of projects because I only dropped like a single or 2 this year up to this point, and I've been stacking music. I haven't just been like not doing anything. So I've been stacking music.
Okay.
Waiting to just piece everything together right, and I'm gonna distribute everything out. So
okay. Cool. So in terms of creating your music, do you do the production, or do you go to a studio, or do you have somebody?
That's why I had got my little brother on making beats. So he's like my little main producer right now, and D-Dub is my main producer. I got like a couple of producers that I'm rocking with. I got another producer from San Francisco, Baby Earth. So just like different sounds, like different vibes I'm going for with each project. My homeboy, King Cole, we doing a collab album. It's just like straight mixtape vibes, straight bars the whole time. So it's just different vibes for each album.
Nice. So we can get some more bars from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we've reached our 10 for 10. This is what I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna ask you some of your favorites. So I need you to come with it, okay?
All right.
Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So top 5 rappers.
All right, my top 5, I'll probably say Andre 3 Stacks, MF Doom, Nas.
Okay.
Because it always changes. So Ghostface / Raekwon.
Okay.
And to top it off, I'll say Black Dot.
Okay. Dream collaboration.
Dream collaboration was with MF Doom, but he had passed away. So I'll probably say Benny the Butcher. Just because.
Okay. Favorite album?
My favorite album is, I'll probably say the score from the Fugees, just because like that was like put me on hip hop bars. Shout out Lauryn Hill.
Yes. I love the Fugees. Yeah. I wish they would have did more.
Yeah, definitely. Super short.
And they just couldn't get it together. Like come
it was
together.
a whole bunch of conflict with that group stuff. And you know, it was just like back then, labels, it was probably a whole bunch of stuff that led up to that because the labels and all that stuff, you know how I get.
Yep, a lot of different factors, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. Shout out to the Fugees.
Yeah.
Favorite food?
I don't know, rice and peas.
I was gonna say, wait, Jamaican.
Yeah, rice and peas with some icing and saltfish.
Okay. Do you know how to cook that yourself?
Nah, I had my people cook it, my family.
Okay. Do you cook?
Yeah, I could.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here and there, though. Here and there.
Yeah, you can survive.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Dream venue to perform at.
Probably like a Coachella event.
Okay.
Wild out there.
Gotcha. Have you ever been to Coachella?
Nah, I've never been, but I definitely would go. I wouldn't
Okay.
go.
You would want to go to watch and be a part of it?
I'll perform and watch. Like, I'm just that type of person. I love music, so
yeah.
I'm a fan first of music, so
Got you. Okay. Most memorable moment of your career so far?
When I was in Oakland, I opened up for, I'm not sure what the event was called, but Shock G was there. I opened up for like Shock G, and there was a whole bunch of other local artists. And like when I did my my little set, it wasn't even a set, I like did a song in front of everyone. Like it was no beat or nothing. I just like spit the acapella and everybody was like in awe the whole time. That's probably like my most memorable moment. I just had everybody like captivation. I'm just looking out for all my rapping like that's y'all.
Wow. Yeah, I know that felt good.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead and do it again right now. I'm kidding. Were you ready though?
No, I definitely wasn't ready for that. Like when it was so much happening at the time. Like the people I was around, like my manager, like at the time, it was like everything was fast paced. It was like, yeah, you got a show. Yeah. And I'm not like realizing, like I already knew the artists and stuff like that who I was opening up for. I'm not realizing like what was really happening to like years. That's like I'm like, oh, I really opened up for these people. Like,
yeah. Yeah, you look back and you're like, dang, I was really.
Yeah, and I set foot on these stages. Like I'm just like, wow. Didn't even realize like even like places like New Pair, stuff like that. So many like great artists set foot on that stage. Just knowing that I really got to do that was pretty cool.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Definitely. Yeah. That's so. Okay, best piece of advice to other artists.
Try to keep it original. Like, don't think about everybody else doing. Like, I don't know. Like, stay in your own lane. Don't stay jaded by everything else that's going on. It's so easy to get distracted out here. Yeah. Just try to stay grounded.
So true. Yeah. That's great advice. That's not even just for artists, just in life. That's good advice. Yeah. What's the worst moment of your career so far?
It was like a little showcase probably a few years ago. It was like to go open, like, it's like a showcase to like another show. Like you rap here and you win this thing, you go to like open up to the big artists, something like that. And like basically not like blackball, but like the guys like who had set the event up, the promoter was mad shiesty. And so like nobody basically even showed up to the event. Like nothing even happened. So it was like weird. I hate shiesty promoters.
Yeah. There's a lot of those, huh?
Yeah, definitely not, especially nowadays. So definitely stay clear with that. Yeah.
What do you look for in like, what are some characteristics that, okay, this is just a sidebar question that I was thinking about. What are some things of like people not to work with? You know what I mean? Like characteristics that you should kind of stay away from that are red flags, people in the industry.
Just like a boasty person or like people who like, you really never know nowadays because you never know people's intentions. Like people will like seem like they're genuine at first and then like you'll be in the studio with them and stuff like that. I'm not even speaking on my own like experiences. I've seen this happen to multiple people. Like they'll be around people and they'll just fight their style. steal their bars and stuff like that, and like try to steal their whole persona and run off with their persona and then like blow up with off their like stuff. So it's just like definitely keep your circle closed basically, and like definitely be open to work with new artists, stuff like that, and producers, but definitely there's people out there. So just stay aware, I would say.
Yeah. Being able to discern like those type of
detect that. Basically.
Yeah. And dream vacation.
Probably stay somewhere in South America. I don't know.
Okay.
Those fancy places.
Yeah. Okay. And then the final 10 for 10. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know. Say, hopefully alive and doing something better than I was doing 5 years before. Basically.
Okay. You'll be 28. You're 23 now, you said?
Yeah, 23, I'll be 28. So hopefully I'm in a nice big old house and relaxing, waiting for my 30s.
Okay. When's your birthday?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. February 14th. That's my uncle's birthday too.
Yeah. Once I like started talking to people, everybody has that birthday. So it's very common.
Yeah. Our godson has that birthday too. Yeah, that's a popular. Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you, getting to know you, learning more about you and your music and what it is that you do. You guys can definitely check him out on Indie Music Streams. And where else can people find you, like social media wise?
My Instagram is the Hyro, THAHIGHRO. My YouTube is, I don't really have like a heavy YouTube person. I'm trying to like revamp my whole everything social media wise with my music. Like,
gotcha.
So over the next month or two, it's gonna be under construction. But like, I'm somewhat active on Instagram. On my Twitter is the same handle as my Instagram. And if you want to see new music, basically my SoundCloud is just with the BLYPHIK.
Got you. Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking with me and doing this interview. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Of course. And you guys can catch us every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely look out for this interview with. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day.
All right. You too. Thank you guys.
No problem. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Yo. I pulled up in a spaceship, fuck a GPS, I don't need a navigation. Calculating all these dividends that I be making. See our enemies trying to control the population. Yeah, they steady hating from built up frustration. Yeah, they crave power, very little moderation. Hating on another won't change your situation. Doing fuck shit won't get you an invitation. Yeah, it's like that. About to bust a play, 1 minute, I'll be right back. Keep the flows in the freezer between the ice packs. Been lost my mind, don't know where I'ma find that. Trapped in the lost and found. Practice what you preach, need to stand your ground. Know some killers hunting you down. Niggas came with the sticks, now the club shut down. Best get from round, best you flee the scene. Niggas take your head off for that Getty Green. No Project Pat, this ain't Tennessee. Shit, I'm way down south in the 813. And if you rock with me, then we all gon' eat. That's the type of shit that the ops hate to see. If you want a handout, you can't take a seat. You ain't eating at my table, you can't take a piece. Niggas fold up.